Today in our 2014 Chevrolet Equinox, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the CURT Custom Fit Class 2 Trailer Hitch Receiver. This offers an 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 receiver tube opening. Its part number is C12291. Now here's what a hitch is going to look like installed. As you can see, we've got a receiver tube opening, safety chain connection points there, and you're going to remove that cover to give your hitch room to go in place. Now this is a Class 2 hitch, so you're going to have an 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 receiver tube opening. It's going to allow it to work out really well with really whatever type of accessory you might want to use. Now they've reinforced the end of that with a collar. You can see it's a nice flush look. It's tucked inside the edge of the bumper, so you're never going to really have to worry about running into it or anything like that. Safety chain connection points here, they're plate style. Pretty good opening there, so you should be able to connect whatever size chain you might want to. You'll see our 1/2 inch pinhole here on the side. That's what we're going to use to secure any of the accessories we put in our hitch. We want to be sure to choose a Class 2 rated device to hold it, but whether that's going to be just a pin and clip, locking hitch pin, or even an anti-rattle device, looks like there's plenty of room around there for you to operate it. Now the hitch is going to offer a 350-pound tongue weight capacity, so that's going to be the maximum downward force we can put here at the receiver tube opening. And it gives us a 3,500-pound gross trailer weight rating. It's the total weight of your trailer and anything that you might load up on it. Now you do want to check the owner's manual on your Equinox to see what its tow rating is and use whichever numbers are the lowest. CURT also recommends the use of a stabilization strap when you're hauling non-wheeled loads. That's going to be your cargo carriers, your bike racks, things like that. Basically anything other than a trailer. Now a few measurements you'll find helpful when selecting ball mounts, bike racks, or hitch cargo carriers will be from the ground to the inside top edge of a receiver tube opening. We've got about 14.5 inches. Then from the center of our hitch pinhole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's about 4 1/4. Now to get our hitch put in place, we're going to be using 2 weld nuts on the outside of the frame rail. They're going to be in the same spot on both sides. There's going to be a push pin fastener here. And so we've got one located right down here, kind of tough to see, and then one just directly above it. Now you want to use a little bit of spray lubricant and then a nylon tube brush. Now we're using part number 814092 if you don't have one. This is just going to help us get all the debris, rust, and things like that out of those weld nuts so our bolts will actually go in. Next we're going to remove the coverage panel right here. That kind of opens up the rear of the bumper. On each side, you get a little tab. If you squeeze in on it, it'll come down. A pair of needle nose pliers can kind of help you out with that. You just want to squeeze and then allow that to come down through, just like that on both sides. Now across the top, we've got a couple of little clips there. Kind of look like this. You can see that little tab. You just want to push on that tab so it comes down through. Now with the help of an extra set of hands, we're going to get our hitch slid into position. You can see the side plates here have the 2 holes. We'll be placing our bolt through. The teeth of our washer need to face towards the hitch. We'll just get one started on each side, hold our hitch in place while we get the rest of our hardware in place. Once you've got 4 or 5 good turns on that, we'll just let it rest. Now for our middle hardware, we're going to use our pull wire. We're going to send that right up through the hitch and the hole that's in our bumper. And then as we feed that in, it should come out the end of our frame rail here. Now with that coming out of the end of the bumper beam there, we're going to thread on our 1/2 inch carriage bolt and our spacer block. We'll get these fed right into the end using the pull wire to draw it through. Now we'll pull that down through. I'm going to be sure that the bolt engages our spacer block. Then we'll thread on our flange nut. And with that one started, we'll do the same thing for the passenger side. Now we'll use a 19mm socket. We want to tighten down all of our fasteners. I like to start in the middle so it pulls it up, and then we'll go to the outside. Now we'll go around and we want to torque all of our fasteners down to the specifications which are listed in the instructions. And with everything torqued down properly, that's going to complete our installation of the CURT Custom Fit Class 2 Trailer Hitch Receiver. part number C12291 on our 2014 Chevrolet Equinox.